dream either. So you guys who have seen the castle in your dreams, this actually leads me into a very important. I'm going to start moving into the session now. We're discussing about what to do, but there's still more information that you guys don't know. So I'll ask among the changelings that are among us now. Charlotte doesn't count because they're away.
And they're not a part of the motley.
They're not, so they don't count. So my question is, among the three of you, who is dreaming, or at least choosing consciously to control their dreams? Because all three of you have that option. And instead of really dreaming, you just have to pay a vitae. So you don't.
I think William will like
Lisa.
Oh, I just have to pay a 1 vitae.
Yeah. Like, you don't get to dream, but you get to pay vitae unless you allow one of them to touch you in your sleep. Okay, that sounds so fucked up. No, I mean, just maybe you hold your hand or something.
Yeah.
Oh my. But yeah, I'll pay a vitae.
Good morning.
Oh yeah, you also have to pay vitae because you're a vampire.
Yep.
Right.
She's not in the office at the moment, but I can take a message and let her know that you called back, and she can give you a call back.
So it was William's dreaming.
Yeah.
I've got to sign paperwork for Unit 339 Brown Street.
Background noise.
No, I muted them. It's cool.
Yeah. Gonna say, Oliver, if you want, William can tell you about the dream stuff and could probably offer you to like, hey, want me to check out your dreams?
You can if you wish, but I think it's best if we have an actual reason for him to tell her about it. I mean, why would he tell her about that?
I mean, he was sharing a lot of information with you in general, so I don't think that's so weird. That's so weird. I mean, it would probably be part of that explanation that they gave before.
I guess.
And then, did Alistair want to dream as well? Because I didn't hear you.
I did say I want to control it.
Okay, cool.
Take away
so
then
the
last thing she needs is fucking Princess being like, "Hey, what's up, boy?"
Okay, cool. So give me a second. I'm gonna see if we have Kara on mute, but I'll handle the two of you for right now. So are you guys? I don't want to use that phrasing. Think carefully how I want to. Muted. Oh, it's fine. I had to mute you because the background noise. The word I'm looking for is, do you guys all want to dream together? I mean, besides Lisa. But do the two of you want to dream together, or does Erevok want to dream with you? Does Erevok want to dream?
Is that the only way we can get to the castle?
No, it's just because you guys can link together and dream at once, but it's a question of if you guys choose to do so. Because that's something you can do as a group. That's like one of the main reasons. Most of the time, so for the record, most of the time when you do dreams like this, if you want them to be productive, usually you do them as a group. But if you do them one at a time, it's going to be possible. It's just usually if you want to get more. Because the thing is, with dreaming, you can do teamwork roles in the dream to get more powerful effects in the dream world. So it's worth doing as a group, but if you guys want to do it separately, that's actually okay with me. I don't care either way. But I wanted to ask Erevok if you wanted to also be dreaming or not.
I suppose.
Okay, so then all three of you are going to be doing it. Okay, so all three of you are going to be doing it separately. So everybody who wants to dream, this will help me determine if any of you fail to actually go through with it. So each person needs to make a willpower roll if they want to try to control their dream.
Sure. How do you do willpower rolls again?
It's resolve composure.
So I think that's 3
for you. It's 6. Yeah, 6 dice.
Yeah.
And that's 5 for me.
And then Erevok has to roll as well.
And you only need 1 success, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
You don't need more than 1. I'm just trying to see if anybody fails.
What happens if you do get more than one?
It's not really relevant here.
Oh, if you get like 3 or whatever.
Okay.
3 or 5.
What is it with dreaming and fucking critical fail?
No successes. Rip.
Okay, good. So that means
Okay.
that the two of you don't actually get to enter your dreams tonight. But that doesn't mean you'll never be able to do it again. Just not for today. Which is good, because that means I only have to run one scene at once. So let's start. It's your. So the
That was a
reason
waste
why.
of a vitae.
The reason why. No, you didn't need to spend. You need to spend vitae anyway because you're a vampire. This is what you didn't need to spend vitae to dream. You need to spend vitae to stay alive.
Yeah. I just wanted to hit on that real quick. If we're going to a castle sometime in the future, then I want an aspiration that hits on his dragon side. You know, he's got aspirations of finding a princess in there and carrying her off. Not
That sounds
the
good.
princess.
Okay,
A princess. I actually like that one. You want to find like someone of royalty and just like carry them into a castle. Like that is so cool. I like that.
Carry him away from the castle. You know, like typical dragons going out and.
Oh, so you want to take someone from the castle?
Yes.
He wants to be
Bowser,
basically.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, write that one in. That's great because you'll definitely have an opportunity to do that. And then I think you need one more. Did you have another one in mind?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay, well, you have 2 at least. That's
actually, perhaps finding a worthy, competent challenge in battle.
That's a good one. I think that's solid. That's a good one. Yeah, you can add that one in. There you go. Now you got all 3 again. Perfect. So, where was I? Right. So the reason why I'm asking you to do this is because usually, again, you enter someone else's dream. I would set the scene for you, but since your character is creating the dream, I'm not going to set the scene for you because your character has complete control over the environment.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't really make that up.
Yeah.
So it's up to you what dream you create for yourself.
Okay. I'm just like, I have to make something up from scratch. All right. Let's, just because Lisa gave the suggestion, let's dream about the sheriff here.
Oh boy, is that okay? So I mean, you don't necessarily need to go into detail, but like, what kind of? Are you in a room together? Are you in like a hotel? Is she like in a dress? Like what's the scene though? Okay, so yeah, she's.
God, I am giving him ideas.
This is what the dream is, the premise.
Yes.
But what is the scene? What is the surroundings? Yeah. What is this?
Surroundings is going to be outside in a like kind of lakey area with like a waterfall.
Okay, so there's like I'm sorry, because now you know what I'm imagining. I'm imagining that stupid scene from episode 2 with the picnic and the. Is it like that?
No, but I do hate sand.
Good. Okay, so you're by a waterfall. Is she like? Okay, because this is I'm okay with getting a little R-rated here, but is she like naked in the water? Like, Is she just like bathing? Okay, so you're trying to imagine what she looks like without, because you've never seen her without clothes, so you're just like imagining. And so we see Juliet sort of, again, very sort of, again, she has like brown hair, so she's just like washing it in the water, and we see the water kind of cascading over her body, and it's somewhat censored, but it's mostly kind of graphic because again he's William. So where are you are you like a wolf drinking from the water, or are you a person? How does that? What do you represent yourself in the dream as?
I think it kind of shifts from like time to time, like.
Oh, so it's like at first it looks like that, and then you just start standing up.
Yeah, like it's kind of like I'm going like artsy film here thing, like
like it cuts between.
So like one side he is a wolf, like a tree gets in the way, then he's a man type of thing, like.
Yeah. So it's like this weird trick of the light, like it's not clear.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's dream logic for you. So yeah, you're. So how do you interact with this? It's like a projection of Juliet. It's not actually her, obviously. She's not really dreaming about you or whatnot, and you're not in her dream, so you can't see what she's dreaming about. But you're dreaming.
Yes.
You're dreaming about her. So what? How do you like? What do you push forward in the dream? Like, what are you doing?
I think I will get into the water with her.
Okay. And is this in a more human form, or are you still like an animal? Or
This
both?
is the more human form.
Okay. So as a man, you're kind of moving your way into the water.
Yeah.
She doesn't really seem to notice you at first. She seems to be distracted. You know, her eyes are closed. She's like focusing. She's maybe singing a little bit, like, you know, humming to herself. And as you're kind of moving up to her, are you like reaching your hand out or anything like that?
Yeah,
you just
I think I'll
okay.
like,
So as you're approaching your hand out, there's this strange, like you get this strange sensation, like an anime line, like you get this like weird sensation of something, and you feel like something is trying to interfere with the dream. Like you can feel something on the outside trying to move in, and the skies start to shift. What color do they kind of shift to as you get this kind of sensation?
let's see. Well, I was imagining it was like a dark sky, so I'm kind of imagining it like grows kind of brighter in red, like.
Yeah, you get this sensation that something is nearing the dream. Do you allow it inside, or are you going to fight against it?
I would probably fight against it.
Okay. Are you going to allow it in and then do something about it, or are you going to like keep it? Because basically the way your dream works is there's sort of like a outer structure of your dream. It's called a bastion. So if someone tries to get into your dream, they have to destroy your sort of outer structure first, and then get inside.
Yeah.
So there's like a barrier, basically.
I think I'm gonna fight it like as much as I can.
Okay, so but you're gonna, leave it on the outside. You're not just gonna like let it in and okay, got it. So it has to fight its way inside. Okay, so I have to go grab the rules for that real quick, because that's like a specific thing. Do you have? So this is kind of another representation. This is another layer of your dream. But what is what is your dream world? Because imagine it kind of like there's like a castle. Usually it's like a castle or some kind of structure around your dream world. So what is it in this case? What does it look like? Like what's the actual structure? Is it just like is it like a wall of trees? Is it like a wall of vines? Like what's the actual structure?
Yeah, I would say it's probably like a kind of like trees and roots kind of going around, like. Trying to think of like, yeah, like a thorny like vine like going around.
Okay. So one thing you could do is, do you want to? I'm reading here. You can actually reinforce it if you'd like, but you have to describe to me how you're doing that, and then I can give you a roll for it.
Trying to think.
And remember, it's dream, so you could just like make whatever, but you have to describe it in some way that makes sense to you. If you just want to make it grow bigger, then that's it doesn't need to be logical. It can be completely.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna have like kind of. All right, forgive me for this pun, but timber wolves come out of the wood.
Are they like made of wood?
Yes.
Okay. So these you're gonna create. Okay, so I'm gonna say that's gonna be what stat? Because I know Animal Ken would be the skill, but I'm thinking like what stat would that be? Are you like, if you're commanding them, then I guess it would be manipulation or presence.
I will do presence.
Sure. Okay. Presence Animal Ken then, because you can create them, but then you have to actually. So you can make them, but then actually getting them to do what you want is the hard part. Because they could easily turn against you if you failed. But
2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. So what you would want to do then is you have to spend. Let me see if you get enough with that. Learn whether replace one kind, introduce personal until so I'll just give it a 1 bonus. So you just spend 1 glamour and then you'd boost it using the wolves themselves. Okay,
Oh.
cool. I'll just give you that one. Let's see. Otherwise, you must press all rolls. The island doesn't activate contestant. Instead, contested by the fortification rating. Changeling inside her own bastion may spend a willpower to gain. So you can also spend willpower to reinforce it. So you'd get like a +3 bonus against this if you'd like.
I won't go that far because I don't have that much willpower left.
Right. Okay. I'm just reading the options for you,
Yeah,
so you don't
yeah.
necessarily need to do it. Okay. So I have the. Oh, okay. So they're gonna roll because you can sense that like someone is outside, sort of, and you can sense that like they're trying to kind of scout the outside. So you're sending the wolves to kind of figure out what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But there's someone who's trying to get in, and they're evaluating what they want to do. They're probably going to do something like, say, like this, and then I add maybe like, yeah, that sounds good to me. Let's add, yeah, that seems like a good number. And then it's contested by the rating. So your rating is your resolve plus your tolerance. So what's your resolve?
My resolve is 2.
Okay. They're going to spend willpower on this then, probably. They don't have a lot of power for this. But if they, if they fail, then they're probably not going to be able to get inside immediately. Or at least you'd be able to get a chance to then repel them because this is their attack and then you're defending. This threshold, they must exceed the rating. Okay. So right now you have resolve of, you said 2 or 3?
Yeah.
2. So 2 plus weird, so that's 3. Then you get a +3 or +1 bonus from the wolves, so they need to get 4 successes here. Nope. No, probably not. Nope, that's only okay. Let's see if they can pull this out. Okay, so there's like this is it's not like a crack of thunder. It's more like it's like raw energy almost. Like you feel it like whip against the sky and the clouds like part almost like this big like DBZ style like there's this wave of energy that crashes over the water and you can see the water actually underneath you like fly up a little bit and Juliet's just like covering herself like, what was that? What's going on? And the sky is like turning red and you can see there's like the sky, you can almost see that there's something like outside, like an eyeball or something, like this big menacing sort of figure that only really resembles like a eye that's like kind of trying to peer inside, but it's being blocked by the sky itself. And the wolves just start climbing up trees and trying to jump at it, and it's being fended off. So now you get a chance to describe how you're going to fight it back further. Yeah. If you choose. And again, you can just use the same roll if you want to just command the wolves to do so. That would work.
No, I think I'm actually going to like kind of move my arms like and like a tree's gonna uproot itself and like fly to the eye like.
Okay, let me just get the die pool for those real quick. I need to grab the actual because I had the dream die pools here. So for combat, it's going to be personal attack, presence plus your combat skill. So which are you survival? So let's say survival here. So presence plus survival plus 1 because weird.
Yeah. All right. So that's 6 dice.
Yeah, and then they're gonna have resistance as armor, and then.
Oof, that's 0 successes.
0 successes. So the tree, you actually do get it to like grow up.
Actually, I'm just thinking, should I make that a critical fail and get a beat?
You could.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So in this case, the critical fail. So in your own dreams, the critical fail doesn't affect you as badly as it would. Like let's say if you're in someone else's dream.
Okay.
So it's not that terrible, but essentially.
Don't worry about the doorbell.
Okay, I won't. If there are kids here, I'll just tell them to go away.
Well, don't say anything.
Don't say anything. Got it. Don't scare the children. The tree kind of climbs up, and when this eye kind of, you see it actually focus on this tree, and you actually feel this force kind of pushing it back down. Like You're using, so what you recognize is you're using your willpower to control this tree and make it move up. Whatever this thing is, it has enough willpower to actually control it as well. So whatever this thing is, it's not a mortal problem, and it's probably not. And this is important to recognize too. It's probably not a hobgoblin, and it's maybe not even. You don't recognize it as being equivalent to like the enchantress or anything like that. It's something like else entirely, but it has a very strong willpower, but it doesn't look like a changeling. It doesn't look like a humanoid or even a non-humanoid. It's just a giant. It looks almost like an abstraction. And when you actually kind of climb, I'm assuming you said you wanted to like climb. Are you climbing up the tree to like get a better look, or are you just sending it up at it?
I was originally sending stuff at it, but like if it's pulling, like if it's stopping it, I'm just going to like kind of lunge at the tree, like get on top of it, like get a closer look at this thing.
Yeah. So as you get closer, the abstraction of this eye kind of fades, and you see you see now more clearly, like beyond the sky, that the person who's like pressing down on your bastion, these trees and these vines along the sky, appears to be a humanoid at least, but nothing that would appear to you to be like non-human, so not like a changeling necessarily. They're more human-esque. They have like short hair, maybe shaved like on the sides, or some kind of maybe a monk aesthetic. They sort of have like a covered head, very like Doctor Strange-esque, and they have robes around them that are orange, and maybe a sash of some kind around their waist. And they're trying to communicate with you. You hear a muffled sort of voice, but it's being blocked out by the vines and the foliage and such, and the sky itself. You can't hear clearly. And then you hear underneath you the tree kind of snapping and falling. So you fall very far down. But you're in your own dream, so you get to make a roll.
Yeah.
Dex athletics, but because you crit failed, you're falling, and you get a beat for that.
Just like
I will give you.
So that is 7. Do I add my weird to it?
Add the beat first, and then you get your. I'll let you add your weird. Yeah.
8. Okay. 3 successes.
Ah, very good. So you might not even actually fall off. You might be able to catch yourself on it.
I'm kind of imagining like I'm falling, but like I kind of grow into like a big like giant wolf thing, and like
hit the ground. Yeah, and then it splashes the water all around, and Juliet just sort of climbs on top of you.
All right. Considering this thing's trying to talk to me now,
I'm imagining because I'm just imagining Princess Mononoke now with the
the giant wolf.
Yeah, so I'm just imagining she like climbs on top of you, and now she has a spear.
Damn it, now I can't stop seeing this. All right, I'm going to just kind of open the like pathway now, since these people like this is trying to clearly talk to me.
Okay. So this person comes through, and they kind of descend. They start floating downward, and they kind of speak towards you in like this booming voice. Who are you?
I should be asking you. You are intruding on my dreams.
We are trying to contact you. It's not an intrusion. I attempted to ask permission, but these vines were very aggressive. And he kind of, they kind of whip towards him, and he just like shoves them off with like the back of his hands, just whips them away. I am an envoy of the Great Wizard. And he kind of lowers his hood so you can see like, he has like hair probably coming down the front of his face, but then the sides of his face, they're like more shaven. And he probably has a short beard. And he has very kind of amber colored eyes. And the robes again are like bright orange, and he has this like sash around him. And on the sash there's like maybe a leaf symbol on the side of it that you don't necessarily recognize. But he says, "I am an envoy of the Great Wizard. We must commune."
What does this great wizard want with me, and why does he seek me when I am asleep?
He hits the floor of your dream world and just sort of looks up at you, this giant wolf, and he doesn't have a speck of fear in his eyes. And he looks up toward you confidently and he says, "Yes, we must speak in dreams, for the creatures of the night guard the mortal world, even during the daytime. This is the only place where we have privacy, true privacy, from prying eyes."
Well,
and Juliet's like, "What is he talking about?" And she's like hugging your neck.
I'm just going to kind of turn Juliet to mist, like.
I'll just turn into what? Sorry, you're gonna turn
mist, like.
Oh, you turn into gas.
I turn her into gas because.
Oh, okay. She flies away.
I'm just like, you're being distracted now.
Goodbye. Okay, but you're still a wolf.
Yeah.
Sorry, because I thought you were doing the vampire thing. I turned into mist, and then you just.
No. I'm just like, okay, sexy time's over now.
So for the record, she's still in your dream.
Yeah.
But you just transformed her into something else.
Mm-hmm.
Normally you'd have to roll for that, but I'll let it slide. So
I was assuming that like I just kind of like fade her out of my dream, like.
That's actually like, because the thing is, it would be difficult for you to do something like that. But like I said, I'm okay with it here, so you could just do it. Yeah, I'll let that go.
What is this message your leader wishes to say to me?
He is not the leader of our freehold per se. That is the purview of the Summer Regent, but the Great Wizard, he holds power in the court, and he wishes to speak to you and those who are associated with you. We detected a disturbance.
In the Force.
A portal has been opened, but we were unable to investigate. It is too far out of our domain.
We know about this portal?
Yes. Well, we figured that it was the portal that caused you to appear here in this world. This is why we were able to come in contact with you. But we did not receive any notice from you, so the Great Wizard demanded that we contact you directly. I also had nothing better to do tonight, so he sent me.
Hey, Bob, do you mind going to the dream of an unknown changeling to tell him we wish to talk to him? Well, I guess I have nothing better to do tonight.
Meditation is exhausting. Maintaining this form is very difficult. Please, we cannot waste time.
And where exactly do you wish to meet us?
There is a castle on the hill. The castle is abandoned. Its name has been lost. But you will see it if you look. It's outside the city.
We will go there in the tomorrow.
I just imagine he's like kind of awkward about it. He's like, "We will go there in the morrow."
I was gonna say morning, then I was like, wait, we have a vampire. The night tomorrow.
Yeah. He says, "Oh, that is good. I am happy that you have received good judgment. Are there others with you?"
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And who are they?
They are my pack. My motley.
Oh, he like nods his head. Me and my cabal, we are working around the clock to try to deal with these situations as they arise. It is not the easiest thing when you're dealing with multiple factions at once, but we are under the command of the great wizard. My master is very talented, and even if he is rejected by the mainstream council, our freehold has found a wonderful place for him among their ranks. You can trust him. He is a good court wizard, and he will advise you in the ways of the mystic arts. Or you can speak to the regent, either way. I'm not...
You speak all these words I do not quite understand.
Oh, I'm very sorry. I was warned that perhaps our lexicon would be too complicated for your mind. Please, we should discuss this in detail. So, he goes over the spiel like, okay, he's like, he practices magic, they work in an organization, and he mentions that there is there's like a mainstream sort of council of other mages, but they don't but they're separate from the changelings.
Yeah, I know. I'm just like thinking like,
right.
Yeah,
I'm just explaining
all these like mage terms a changeling. I'm just like, what
Right.
the fuck are you talking about?
I think he would settle down and take the time to explain
Yeah.
what they're trying to say to you, so you'd have an idea. But I mean, you don't understand what he means by magic and magic users and all these kind of like magicians and stuff. You're like, what is this? Like a joke? Like, but at the same time, he did enter your dreams, so
Yeah.
What is this? A freak show?
so he must clearly possess some kind of ability to do so. They're already coming.
Yeah, that's what happens when you on Halloween.
My dad has a camera on the doorbell, so if anybody shows up, he can communicate with them through the ether web, the internet, as you like to call it. Do you have any questions for me, large wolf man? I'd be happy to help educate you. Silence!
That is just like in character silence. Like just imagine like the timber wolves are barking.
Yeah, the other wolves are barking at him. He's like, silence!
Let's see, questions.
The children are going to be irritating the dog, so I'm sorry if it's going to cause a problem.
No, that's fine. My question is, what exactly are you that you can enter into my dream? You are not one of our kind.
We have trained in the ways of mind. Entering dreams is a difficult task, but
You have not answered my question. What are you? He's gonna get close. Like,
I am.
He's actually gonna smell him. Like, yeah.
Okay, he smells like. Actually, make me a roll. I want to see how many details you can actually pick out.
All right, just my normal smelling check.
Yeah, but then assuming you don't have any, you get clarity as well because you're not.
Yeah. So I think that was 13.
Yeah. Oh, and you get minus composure on this because it's in your dream.
All right. So let me minus my composure, which is 3. So it's
Yep.
7 successes
successes.
and a critical success 3.
Yeah. So first thing you do is that's a paradigm shift. So let me go grab that real quick. Let's see. I'm trying to see what you could do here beyond getting information. If you want, you could actually harvest. You need glamour? That's my first question.
I'm away, so I can use some glamour.
You could actually take glamour from him if you wanted to.
Sure. Let's take some.
I'm trying to see what else you could get. I think that would be more than enough for. Yeah, you technically don't have enough to do anything else. If you wanted to actually like change him, like polymorph him into something, you could actually do that too.
Yeah, I'm not the enchantress, so I was like thinking about that. I was like,
okay. Well, you could change his clothes. You could do other things. Not necessarily like make him into an animal, but you could do anything you want to him because he's in your realm. So
I was like, yeah, let's strip him.
Okay, I'm just asking. Like it's an option.
My sexy dream.
The best thing you could probably do is take glamour from him, in addition to getting the information. So that would just be a glamour. You spend a glamour, and then you get more glamour based on the number of successes that you get.
So spend a glamour.
Yeah. So then you'd get up to, I think it'd be. You don't have. How much glamour did you need?
I need well, now I need 6.
6? Yeah, no, you'd be full up then.
All right.
So you not only smell him, but you just sort of absorb his emotional sort of energy because he's entered your realm. So you're just like, hey, let me just, and it's sort of, how do you want to visualize that though? Because it's up to you. I'm not gonna decide for you what it looks like when you drain its glamour, but I want it.
I'm just gonna imagine like I get up close, like smell, and like part of his energy just like kind of like it's like an aura that gets sucked up in me, like
yeah. And so from absorbing so normally he wouldn't carry, because this is important. Normally he wouldn't carry like a scent. But because you're absorbing his glamour, you get like a sense of his like emotional state and like his self.
All right, I can't do this. This fucking dog. I swear to God.
Well, I can't do anything about it. I can't do anything about it. I'm sorry.
We'll have to shut up at some point.
I could probably just throw it in a room, but my parents wouldn't be very happy with me if I did that.
Have you tried going up to it, petting it, like comforting
Maybe.
it?
I'll see if I can do that. My animal ken is like -1. Give me a sec. But
right.
Yeah, so I'll give you some information when I get back. I need to deal with this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks God that weird Doctor Strange guy show up.
Sounds like one of those little floor polisher dogs. You know,
Maltese Terrier.
You know, the kind that look like fucking mops.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Little yappy dogs.
There's your cup thing. I think. Yeah, it's that cup thing that you gave you.
Just shove a stick up its ass and use it as a mop.
Like slippers, I used to say.
Made in China. Of course it was made in fucking China. Couldn't even get the printer around the right way.
Ouch. Okay, yeah, I put the dog away, so it shouldn't be making any more noise.
Okay.
Sorry for that.
No problem.
Okay.
Oh, Pavlov. Oh, Pavlov.
So when you absorb his energy, you get this you smell brickwork like stone, cobblestone.
Mm-hmm.
You smell candles, incense, very strong herbs, fall scents, colors,
11 herbs and spices.
Pumpkins. It smells like autumn, like dead leaves.
Mm-hmm.
And you smell. Are you looking for anything in particular?
No, just a general sense of like.
Yeah, he doesn't seem hostile, but the sense that you get from his aura is that there's a lot of pride and vanity. Spokesman says, I am the apprentice of the great wizard, whatever. So there's a lot of that there. And that's the main emotion that you're taking in. So it's not summary, it's more autumny.
Yeah.
So you might actually recognize that. Do you have a cult or?
I do not.
Okay. What's your intelligence?
My intelligence is. It is 2.
Do you have politics?
I do not have politics.
Okay. I'll let you roll a chance die.
All right.
Spend willpower on this and get 3 dice.
I'll spend a chance die.
Okay. Sure.
Like I said, I'm trying to save my willpower.
Good idea. Yeah. You get a willpower after the dream.
Nope.
At least. Oh yeah. So everyone who's sleeping right now, you get a willpower point back.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously.
Yeah. Just so that's clear. I didn't mention that. No success. So you don't know about the Autumn Court in character, but out of character, that's basically where they would be aligned to.
Mm-hmm.
And you smell, they're not a changeling with a crit. I'm not going to give you a condition, but you can ask me a few more questions if you like.
Yeah.
But they're not a changeling.
Uh-huh.
They're not actually even Fey touched. So they're not even. They don't even smell like the hedge to you.
Uh-huh.
But they know about changelings, because otherwise they wouldn't be able to enter your dream and do all this stuff and communicate with you about the courts. But he just it gets kind of pulled back a little bit, whoa. Because you just sucked a bunch of willpower out of him, so he feels he looks visibly weaker. And he just kind of backs away from you. I mean you no harm, please.
Trust me, if you had meant me harm, you would have been dead by now.
The wolves kind of start circling him. It's almost to back up your threat.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I am very sorry. I will leave if that is what you desire. I just meant to give you a message. The great wizard demanded it of me, and
your message has been sent. Now leave.
Yes, right away. And the kind of the wolves nip at his heels, and he has to he doesn't kick them away, but he has to actually move out of their way, and they bite at his heels. He's like, ouch. And he starts trying to climb up the tree, but he fails. So he just starts floating again. And he's visibly struggling to get back up through with the opening. He's
I was gonna say I'm probably gonna manipulate the water, just kind of push him out.
Yeah, you just so as he's trying to get up in the air, you just push him and whoa! He flies away.
Now, where was I? Just put at least Juliet back.
Sure, she reappears.
And then scene transition.
Okay, we fade out from that. Great.
Yeah.
Okay, so the rest of you wake up. It's the night now. Ervok would explain to you in character the situation with the Dragon Father. So just to give a recap for the in character.
And I will probably explain what happened in my dream.
I'm not sure I want to know everything that happened in it.
I'll only go with the important details.
Okay.
That someone broke into my dreams and gave me a message.
I figured It's Halloween. I'm like, someone's gonna be busy doing that, right?
Yes, I'm not going to go into details on how I banged Juliet.
Of course not. No, that would be disgusting.
Technically, you bang the projection of air.
Anyway,
It still counts in a dream.
Erebach would go into detail about the situation with the Dragon Father, which is what I was talking about. That basically they made an ultimatum to you guys through the Salamander of that he wanted to get Erebach back, and he also wanted you to take care of the Salamander or else. So he would expect you to do that as soon as possible. But Erebach would explain that, well, it's very likely that he wouldn't be able to invade immediately, so you guys don't need to deal with that right now. And it might even take him up to a month to be able to fully amass like an actual invasion force. So at max, minimum, it would take him at least a month. So you guys don't need to act on this right now.
Yeah, and I'll tell him that I said I'd meet the people at this castle. I think tonight or tomorrow night.
You said tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when I said tomorrow, I assumed it was the night. So
right. So now, yeah.
Yeah.
So you made a promise to go to the castle and deal with those people.
Though, like, I still think we should probably go into the hedge anyway and get some goblin fruit, because.
So that leaves us with a lot to do, actually.
Yeah, so you guys have a lot you can do. So it's up to you guys what you're gonna do here, and I will just sit back and let you do it.
Well, if we have time for the salamander anyway, we might do it another night and gather some goblin fruit. That way we'll have some healing supplies for when we try to go after Princess.
There's one thing that's very important that Lisa would receive.
Oh?
Speaking of Princess, there's the letter that she gets from Aaron, the bartender at the local bar where Princess was previously.
And what does the letter contain?
Well, okay, so I should probably, this is very obvious, but one of the messengers would come, probably one of Roland's friends, maybe Casey, probably, if nobody else. Yeah, Casey would probably show up with the letter, so she would be the one to give it to you.
Okay, Casey's a girl. I was like, Casey Jones.
No, Casey, the Nosferatu.
Okay.
She would probably come with the letter and give it to Lisa, and the letter says that the bartender received a tip that Princess, the woman that is Princess, has reserved for tonight a spot at a local sort of tea cafe, and the place that they actually mentioned, you would know, is an actual Elysium for that is controlled by the Deva clan, but it is a private party that she's reserved to. So you know where she'll be tonight.
Okay, so we do have an opportunity to try and kill her.
Yes.
All right.
You're free to do whatever, but you know where she'll be.
Okay, so that will. Here's what I suggest. First, we try to take care of Princess, because we won't get a second opportunity like that. At least not easily. Second, we go to the edge and grab the goblin fruits, because we need to do that before the dragon burns the town. And third, we go to the castle. Alternatively, Willem can go to the castle alone, if he wish.
Well, I did promise I would go to the castle.
Your call.
You didn't swear to it, but you did. You did promise. So if you didn't go, then I think that would be a clarity break for you.
Yeah.
So at least you have to go. What does Erebach want to do?
The castle does sound Enticing. I will go with William.
Before we go, I would like to talk to Ervok for a moment, please.
Yes.
I think you need to emphasize alone.
So,
very well.
Ervok, you are aware this dragon asked that we sent you back to him.
I am quite aware of that.
Be frank with me, please. Does he actually have the power to destroy the town like he claimed he would?
It is a possibility, yes.
I will say, in character, it's kind of hard to say because he's been fighting a war against the city in the hedge for a long time, and he hasn't directly succeeded. So it is actually hard to tell. I mean, against a mortal city, it might be easier, but then, as you know, there are other people who could protect the city, so it's pretty hard to say.
Yeah, well, that's why I left it vague.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, to clarify, like, what you would know.
Look, I gave my word that you and your comrades will be safe inside my mansion, and I intend to keep that promise. So I won't hand you over to him, at least not without your will. But I would ask that you realize that he might destroy the entire town if we don't, if he doesn't get you back. And look, if you find any other way we can deal with him without sacrificing you, I will gladly take it. Just let me know if you can figure something out.
I shall keep that in mind.
Good. Now I will let you go with Willem to this castle. We have another fight to kill.
Of course.
Okay. That will be all for my discussion with Ervok.
Sure. I think I'm waiting for Dustin then.
For Dustun. Oh yeah, he went BAB. I didn't notice.
So what's Lisa's plan? To go with the castle as well, or are you going to try to go after Princess?
I will try to go after Princess because again we will have only one chance at that.
Okay, so things will be very interesting then. I imagine this is going to be kind of tricky. Okay, so the two of you are going to go to the castle. Princess is going to deal with Lisa. Notice I didn't say the other way around. So, cool. So we can start that scene if you like. While I'm waiting for them to come back, if you don't mind.
No, I'm still here. I'm just muted.
No, I'm talking to Lisa though.
I'm willing to do that scene if you wish.
Sure. So you head out into the night alone.
Why do I not feel reassured?
And you make your way to this cafe that's fairly close to the bar that you know, it's a few shops down, but it's pretty close to the bar where you met the werewolves previously and the other men and such. The shop is the door is actually closed on the shop, and there's sort of a private arrangement. There's no line, but there's a receptionist sort of at the front, like behind a small desk, and she's wearing like a sort of a servant's outfit or a maid's outfit, and she has very short cut hair and like little frilled neck, sort of neck. I don't know what they're called, like a necklace kind of, but it's just round. I'm not sure if there's a name for that, but yeah, she's wearing something like that, very fancy sort of servant's attire, and she kind of gives you a small like nod, and she's like taking notes, on a parchment or a piece of paper. And you are? She looks down.
Lady Lisa Baskerville.
Takes a note of it. I'm going to have to ask the host. You aren't on our list. Give me a moment. She goes inside. Shuts the door. Are you just gonna wait?
I'm back, by the way.
Cool. Okay.
Let me check something.
Take your time.
Okay. I will use those specs level 1.
Cool. Okay, go ahead.
So
It's free for the first, so you don't have to do anything. I think you roll though. You still roll it.
Okay. See. So that would be 8 dice.
And then I'll cut over to them.
Four successes.
Very nice. Very close to a critical. Unfortunately, not close enough. So, you get one question, I believe.
Okay, that one might not fit, but so tell me if I need to pick.
Well, yeah.
Am I in immediate danger if I stay here?
Absolutely. Like the amount of danger that you feel that from the presence, so your auspex gives you sort of hints to this. I'm not just gonna say, well, you feel danger, but you actually can see. It's not X-ray vision, but you see because there's glass, so you can start like seeing through the glass into the room, and you see there, and because you're a vampire, you notice this a lot quicker than a human would. There are bodies hidden in the room. Not you did get a lot of successes, so it'd be difficult to hide them from you. Dead bodies, or at least unconscious. Actually, so you can tell they're not dead because the blood is still circulating through them. Unconscious bodies, they're kind of strewn about the floor of the cafe. Human, and they're kind of tucked away in corners. But your vampiric senses can sense there are vessels within, but they're not conscious. Dangerous, definitely dangerous, because whoever was in here basically cleared the whole place out. Nobody seems to be hurt, but they definitely aren't, conscious.
Holy crap.
You also notice there are 2 other vampires, kindred, who are most likely Deva, who are attending this event. They haven't fed from the corpses either. They're just kind of having a conversation. And the last person that you notice kind of sitting in another chair next to these 2 women is another presence that is almost difficult for your beast to sort of get a handle on. But they're as dangerous, if not more dangerous, than the prince. And you would identify this.
Holy crap.
And then your vision kind of sinks back into your form because you're kind of looking into the cafe and you see all these things. You see the people sitting, you see, and in terms of their blood, like you see the blood flowing through everything. You see, and this creature, this person doesn't even entirely seem like a kindred or a human. They have blood that flows through their body, but it flows in like very strange ways that aren't human. Like it doesn't. They don't have a circulatory system that goes like it's just they have blood, but it's not really there, and it doesn't even look like blood. It's this weird abstract. Your beast. That's why your beast can't really get a handle on it. They're not sure what it is. Its form isn't stable, and it might have blood flowing through it, but it's not. It might not. It's not clear.
Okay. Creepy. So, just to recap, am I still alone at that point?
No, actually, at this point, the servant comes out of the doorway, and you notice that they also have very strange kind of blood flow to them. I'll give you this as a hint too. They don't actually seem very dangerous, but they have. I'm not sure, like if it's like reptiles that are cold, like right that they're like cold blooded, right?
Yes, reptiles are cold blooded.
So I'm not a herbologist, so I don't really remember. But or is it heptologist? Yeah, heptologist. I'm not a heptologist. But their blood is cold. So they have blood, but it's actually like reptilian in nature. Not unlike what you might have noticed if you had maybe smelled Aravok or tasted his blood at some point. If you've had some time alone with him, you might have gotten a sense of his blood. It's similar but different.
God, this is weird.
But their blood is not human as well. And I'm giving you a lot of information, but 4 successes is pretty substantial. And I'm trying to identify to you who is dangerous and who isn't. But you definitely get a sense of danger as she kind of comes out, and you notice that her blood is cold. And she kind of nods back to you. She's like, our host will allow you. And you can see, again, a peek inside as your senses kind of refocus. The 2 women are sort of getting up, and they're asked to leave. And they kind of move into the back. And there's kind of the seats kind of, the seats actually start rearranging, not by themselves. Like, I mean, the woman kind of gets up and moves one of the chairs to the side. So now there's like one chair and this stuff as if they're preparing for you to enter. And they reset the table, they're doing all this stuff, and it's happening very quickly. They're like expert at it. So they start moving the chair, moving all the things on the table. They're like rearranging everything, getting new napkins. But this is all happening in like a very quick fashion. Like they're a professional waitress.
Okay.
Or perhaps more. Like they're almost supernaturally adept at placing the table settings.
I am not hiding it. I really feel like I am walking right into the wolf's mouth.
Please, this way. The servant sort of opens the door for you, and you enter, and you see inside this dimly lit room. And basically the back of Princess's head, this long pink sort of mane flowing down part of her face, or her head.
Okay.
And she's wearing, if you haven't seen the picture already, I can send it. But she's wearing like a long black dress with gold accents, like a diamond running down the side. And she has heels that are turquoise-ish colored. That sort of thing. So what will you do?
For starter, I use a specs level 2 on her.
Good idea. Okay. She is...
Okay, so let me see.
Yeah, how did she contest that? Is that contested?
It's not contested.
Okay.
I just roll 9 dice.
Okay. No clash of wills, nothing like that. Just straight up. Okay.
The mask might give it a penalty, but I am not sure about that.
Yeah, she doesn't... Yeah, okay, so I think she'll do that then. Because then she can... Yeah, actually, what the way it works is she can use the mask to force it to become a clash. So she's going to do that.
Okay, so I roll... What do I roll first? The clash of will or the specs?
Wills.
Okay, so that would be 9d10.
Yep. She's going to roll hers. It's going to be...
3 successes.
Okay, let me roll mine real quick. That's going to be 4 plus... So 11? Okay. 3, 4, 5. Here, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, yeah, I have enough dice. Okay, good. I have enough dice for this. Good. How many successes do I need? How many did you get?
3 successes.
Okay, yeah. So you pierce her mask. So you may continue.
Okay, so I get 3 questions. Am I correct?
Well, that was the Clash of Wills. You roll the Auspex now. Or did you roll them both?
Oh,
No,
crap.
no, so now, yeah, so now you get to roll the Auspex because you beat her.
Okay, very well.
Yeah. Because normally she would just block it completely, but you've beaten that. So now you get to actually roll Auspex.
3 successes again.
Really good. Okay, so you can ask 3 questions.
Okay.
I'm going to cut to them, but you can ask them now. Go ahead.
So, is this person a supernatural creature for the first question? And still same question, if I have seen this type before, which type?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll let you roll those into one question, so it's fine.
It is one question on the list.
It's one question. Yeah. I knew that. I was like, okay, I thought that was one question. Okay, second question then.
What is this person's vice, requiem or equivalent?
Okay, I can give you that, sure.
And the third one, I am not sure it's possible with our specs, but I think it would make sense.
Sure.
I would like to know one of her aspirations.
Yeah, that's a good. I'll allow that. Yeah, I'll allow it. Okay, give me a sec. I'll answer you, and then I'll cut to them because they deserve some time as well. But these are important questions. She is, yes, I can definitely answer these. So first of all, you know that she's Fae, but she's much more, because when you get this sense of like Eravak and the others, you get this sense of the Fae nature, but it's diluted or only part of who they are because they have the mask and the thing. When you pierce her mask and you see, it's almost like raw, like it's the difference between like an elder and like a neonate kind of thing. If you were to look at it from like a predatory standpoint, like you notice that she is much more pure in this type of Fae sense. Like she's not like the others that you've seen. So she's a true Fae. She's actually like pure glamour. She's not even, she doesn't even have a coherent like form like the others. Like Eravak is more stable. You know, they have this dragon form, but it's like she's like all over the place. And you actually, the strange thing is when you start to pierce through, I don't want to use the Shrek analogy here, but it's very weird when you look at her form. It's like going through a microscope and a kaleidoscope at one time. You start looking through her skin. You see less and less human, less and less human. You see through her mask, beyond that form, there's almost sort of abstract, like warping. Like she doesn't have a solid form. And then there's just colors and crowns and abstract shapes, and you don't even know, like it's once you start getting deeper and deeper into what she is, like your beast gets just lost and confused trying to understand her form, and then you just have to back away. But when you're viewing inside of her soul or herself, you get some insight into her personality and the way that a lot of the vice you pick up from her mannerisms. She's kind of folding her arms. She's like tapping her foot. She seems very frustrated as she's waiting for you to come closer. She's very frustrated, very rebellious. She's not, even though you see that she is royalty on the outside, the colors that she has around that are very frustrated, very aggressive. She's a rebel at this point in her nature. She's actually kind of like, rebelling against society. And the way that she's dressing, because she has sort of the dress is like around her neck like this, and it's kind of her shoulders are exposed. She's not wearing like traditional Victorian wear at all. It's a lot more exposed, like almost the whole upper part of her neck and her shoulders are exposed, which would be considered very inappropriate. So she's wearing like these stockings. She's wearing very inappropriate clothing. very very long kind of dress that's covering like some of her arms, but her hands are exposed. She's probably wearing gloves because it's a party, that kind of thing. But her pinky's out, but she's doing it in this very frustrated way. She seems very rebellious, very angry, and you get the sense of that from the Auspex. The other thing that you notice is that she seems to be, in a word, uncomfortable. She seemed very eager and excited to know that someone else was appearing. You know that her aspiration, based on the emotional kind of connection that you noticed when she hears the people are coming, she wants to have connection with someone. She is isolated. Like you can tell from her posture that she pushes herself away from people, but she wants to be able to open up and have, relationship isn't the right word, but she wants company. So when she hears that someone is coming, she's like, oh, I have to prepare. I have to be ready, but she's clearly like very excited to have guests. She wants company. And so after you get all this information, I will cut over to them so you can kind of decide what you want to do next. But that's the information you get.
That's already a lot.
Yes. But, your beast is a bit overwhelmed by the information as well.
Oh, shit.
To take in. So you guys approach this castle, the both of you. It's actually a fairly large structure. It looks abandoned from the outside. You're sort of standing on a grassy hill, and the coast is probably in the distance somewhere off to the edge. There are a few country homes, maybe a small village that you pass nearby. Not something that'd be familiar to William, but it's not his hometown necessarily. But he would have lived in an area like this. And you approach this large castle. It looks like parts of it are destroyed. Maybe one of the walls is kind of crushed in, but it doesn't appear to be horribly damaged. And as you approach, there's a woman, sort of in a long dress made of flowers and reeds. She sort of has a little wreath around her neck, like a flower wreath.
Sorry about that. My internet went out.
No, it's fine. She kind of dances up towards the door and kind of opens it, peeks out. Oh, visitors. Hello. Come in, come in, come in. Please. We've been expecting you. Please, come in. There's 3 of you, right?
My God, there is. Okay, at least one of me is gone.
So this woman kind of pops out. Again, like she's covered in flowers.
Wait, is she covered in flower or flowers?
Oof. Well, okay, so her hair is covered in flowers, and they drape around her body and her face like they're growing out of the sides of her face.
Mm-hmm.
Like where I have a beard, she has like little flowers.
Ah.
Because you can see her mane, so it's just she's like a mane of flowers, like a lion. It's kind of how I'm imagining it actually. And she has a little wreath around her neck as well. And she's wearing like a dress with like flower accents on it. Are you just going to stand there, or are you looking for someone? I'm sorry.
I am a bit lost now. Which part are we playing?
Oh, I was saying that they're at the castle, so I'm waiting for them to say anything.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
I think so.
Yeah, I didn't hear that we moved from Lisa, so I was like...
Right, no, I said that.
Yeah. I was confused about that too, which is why I asked.
Okay, sorry, I went too quickly. No, but you guys are...
Well, my internet went out, so like that didn't help.
Yeah, you guys are in front of the castle now, and this woman who has basically a head full of flowers is greeting you and Erevok.
Yes, I've got a message last night to come here.
From who?
From an envoy of the wizard.
Oh, Piper, what the hell did you... Okay, come on. Come in. We'll sort this out.
All right. William's going to come in and...
Ooh.
Eravok follows him in, and he sort of he leans in closer as they walk in, and he's like, "You never said anything about a wizard."
She seems a bit afraid of Eravok at first, and just kind of steps back slightly. Please, he's on the top floor of the tower on the right side. He probably would want to see you quickly.
William nods and heads up.
Okay. Eravok, what will you do?
He'll follow William up for now.
Okay, let me... Oh, are you seriously telling me the image got deleted? Okay. I think I saved it. I should have saved it. I hope I did. That was a good image. I hope I didn't lose it. Hold on, I was going to use the link, but then the link got erased. Oh, is it gone? Oh no. Shit, this image was perfect too. Let's see if I can recover it.
Can you describe the image? And
yeah, hold on, I'll find it again. This pisses me off. I thought I saved it.
Thou hast been foiled.
Did I put it in my inspirational? Let me check if I put it here anywhere. I might have saved it in this folder instead of my character one. I might just have. If I saved a copy, then we're good. If not, then I have to go grab it again. Look for it. Trust me, it's worth it. I just need to actually see if I have it. No. Okay. That's stupid of me. I didn't think that it would get deleted. That's my bad. I was not prepared for this. Shit. Okay. Give me a few minutes. I need to recover the photo. Only problem is it's going to take me a while. This is embarrassing. Okay, let me look for male. I'm getting women. I don't want women. This is not okay. I'll keep looking. In the meantime, I can describe him.
Yes.
But he's sort of wearing similar robes to the man that you saw before. And his hair is sort of long, orange, and it covers like part of his face, basically, like the front of his face. A very good picture, but I don't have it, and I'm very angry now. I need to see if I can recover it, but I can't find it. And I don't remember what search terms that I used. So I'm not going to get it back now, which is making
Orange hair wizard?
I think so. I think that was it. But it might have been something else. Because I can't find it looking for that, and it's bothering me deeply. And I'm very angry.
Remember to save your work, kids.
Yeah, you have to save everything. Oh wait, I'm getting closer to it now. Hold on, I might be able to get it. These are closer to what I was looking for. Might still take, because I remember it was pretty deep in the image search, which is why I was like, oh, this is great, and it took me a long time to find. But I can throw in another one instead, because this is a little better. I could use this one, and I'll actually have to save it this time. I'm sorry. I'm just like, this is not what I expected, because I had saved this, and it was pretty recently too. So it wasn't like I saved this like a month ago. It was like a while ago.
Mhm.
So I guess I could understand why it would have disappeared because it was a while ago. I'm gonna spend a little bit because I remember it was a little deeper in the image links here, but I don't remember exactly like where it was, obviously, because I saved the link and I didn't think it would get removed, which is annoying to me. But I'll use this one instead because this one's pretty good. I actually like this one. I mean, but his hair was, he had a different look than this. It was less serious. But I do actually like this look, so I'll use it. I'll use this one instead. So there you go. I don't like it because it's not actually what I had in mind. But until I find the old one, we can just use that for reference. And then
Okay.
This one. I can actually see if it's on my computer too. I'll search for it. My computer doesn't really give me good images.
All right, Hal.
Yeah, he's pretty Howl-ish. No, it doesn't show up on here. Okay, that's fine. So it's not my computer. Sucks.
You are the wizard that sent for.
Yes, I am the Great Wizard. Yes, the Great Piper. Hello, it is good to meet you. You are the ones who escaped. It's good to see you. Yes, hello. He waves his hand. I am happy that you are here. It is urgent that we spoke with you and your friend.
Yes, we are the only ones who
Is
could
he a
make.
real dragon? I wasn't prepared to deal with a dragon. Shit. Hello, dragon friend from beyond the veil. I am the Great Wizard. You will respect me. Please don't breathe fire in here. It is a very dangerous. He points to the candles and the little things, the little small little place that he set up. It's very flammable. Please do not in my vicinity. You're going to do it.
My
out
friend
the
does
window.
not like those who talk too much.
He takes a long breath. Ooh. I won't waste time then. It's a very serious matter. I must take this seriously. Yes, you are. Who are you? He points to William. My apprentice has told me much about you and your wolf ways.
I go by William.
Do you now? Is that your name?
It is.
You should not tell me your name. I would not recommend it. It is dangerous. You need to operate by a name that is not your name. If you understand, names have power. If you speak your name to someone and they discover it, they can use that name against you. Now let me ask you again. What is your name?
Wolf.
See, good. He extends his hand. I am the Great Wizard.
Oh, bloody hell.
I'm sorry, I was just imagining that was in character, like them. He will.
Actually, you have a fancy name. It's like, I'm the Great Wizard. You think you could have, how long did it take you to come up with that? 5 seconds?
All right, it took me just as long to be Wolf, so you'll take the hand.
Piper. You can call me Piper.
Piper.
Like Pied Piper, you see?
Yes.
Don't worry, I won't lure any children into sewers. I swear.
You speak too much. You.
In the front of the castle, you hear children knocking against the trick or treat. No, it's the little swimmer. Go away.
so much that my head was starting to ring.
I'm sorry. I will quiet down. It is difficult for me to focus. I have so many things going on, with the gender and the kindred and all these things happening at the same time.
Perhaps you should cut to the chase then.
We had to go out of our way to contact. Who is this? He points toward Eravak.
He is a part of my motley.
It's not what I meant, but good to know. Who are you? Yes.
He sort of pauses and thinks for a moment. And, he sort of cracks a small smile. And he's like, I am the great and all-powerful, all-knowing and almighty Eravak.
Might want to shorten that a tad. It's hard to speak that in conversation. We'll work on it.
My thoughts exactly when you introduced yourself.
The Great Wizard Piper is not the worst title in the world.
Perhaps consider dropping the great portion of your introduction.
I just might. My wife never liked it. He kind of slumps a bit, takes a seat.
Insert terrible joke.
So Eravak then?
Yes, short and to the point.
So is Eravak your? Because I'm curious. Is Eravak your? Because I need to know this. Is Eravak your name, or is it like? I'm curious myself because it's not clear.
Well, it's his draconic name. It's not his African name.
Okay, so you've always been okay. That's good. So you've been doing this from the beginning. That's good.
Yeah,
you're a step ahead. It's perfect. Okay, perfect. Okay, good. So that's perfect.
Yeah, it's more or less practice on the Dragon Father's part to sort of give his children new name.
I see. Okay, so that was never your. Okay, that's perfect. Perfect. Good. I wasn't sure with Eravak because I wasn't sure because I think you had an African name, but I wasn't clear on whether that you were kidding or if it was a joke or if you meant that Eravak was your name or if it's your. Okay, that's great. I just needed to confirm. So Eravak. Okay, great. Yeah, he says fine, perfect. So, what brings you here? Wait, no, I invited you. Okay, I'm sorry. That's not how this goes. We needed to confirm the incident in London with the portal. We cannot enter the city because of this being watched. Please tell us more of the situation there.
Why do you wish to know?
Why do I wish to know? Well, if there are portals opening up, then that means one of two things. Either someone has come out or someone is going in. We at the Freehold need to know of either case, whether someone's going in or out. So what is it? Has someone gone in, or have you come out, or has someone else come out? Someone that we would like to know about. Yes, that's it. Something, perhaps. A creature? I saw in my visions an owl flying overhead. An omen of mystery. Yes.
Well, if you must know, that portal leads out.
He's like waving his hands in the air as he's saying this. Kind of eccentrically. Like, yes, I've seen it. My visions, yes. Now, vision and mystery. So that's what he's doing this whole time.
You're being highly distracting.
I'm sorry.
Take some Ritalin. That doesn't exist yet.
I wish. The medication hasn't helped. I still see things. I think you could say in character, like, yeah, you should take some medication. It's like, No, it doesn't help.
Okay, I will explain as much as I can, like without giving too much details of like a changeling escaped. I followed through, then Airvock crashed through, then another person came through that portal. Like,
Oh, is that so?
Mhm.
So you escaped Arcadia, the place of the Fae realm.
yes.
From who did you escape? I would guess the Enchantress, perhaps? Am I wrong?
I was gonna say William's ears kind of go low, like very kind of tense.
Ah, I must be right. You are certainly a child of the Dragon Father if I've ever seen one. Yes. Horrible man.
How do you know our keepers?
Oh, I've read many books, many things. It is also the domain of the Freehold to be on watch for these sort of things. It is within our within our interest to have knowledge of those beings that wish to make trouble in our realm.
Well, then perhaps you would like to know that Princess is out and about in town.
Oh yes, we're well aware.
Hmm.
Our forces have been trying to detain her, but she's been given protections by the prince of the kindred.
Wait, what?
Speaking of princes and princesses, there wouldn't by chance be one dwelling within the walls of this fine, majestic castle.
We have no princesses, only the kings and queens. But if you mean in a more liberal sense, there are many fine maidens here
Hmm.
who make their way through court. Perhaps those who are in line for kingship or queenship. I'm not sure if they would use that term, but it's probably the closest that we could say we have to a princess or prince.
Exactly what is this place?
This is a bastion, a safe place, safe space for those who have been taken into the Fey realms and returned. I have reached through that realm and returned to you in the flesh here. But as you see, I have not lost my form. I am still quite, well, stable for the most part. Somewhat. Slightly. Yes, I think so. Although my wife doesn't think so.
Seen?
She left with my daughter, but that's not important. I'm me. I'm here now. Well, the council also didn't think so. They believed that I was too troubled by the actual events in the hedge, so they didn't allow me to return. So I took up residence here, and now I am among you here. The great.
And
I mean, just Piper.
well, Piper, why is it you contacted me?
I contacted you because we couldn't contact you in any other fashion. It would be too dangerous. And we needed to meet with you because we figured you might be in danger. As in, you escaped from the hedge. Huntsman could be right on your heels, or perhaps other agents of the gentry. You know.
I do. though I've been hiding out on my own.
We can protect
And-
you here, train you, teach you things.
What sort of things?
Well, how to defend yourself, the ways of our court, the methods of the gentry and their huntsmen.
These are all useful things. William nods a bit.
What about you, Dragon?
You speak too fast. Learning from you, it would be nothing more than a headache.
I won't take offense to that. My wife said I was quite the headache. Explain why she left.
From the sounds of it, there will be others we can learn from other than him.
Of course, yes. The other courts have their own ways that you could learn from. The ways of summer, the winter, as well as spring. Though you don't seem like a spring person to me. Summer knows well the ways of war. If you wish to defend yourself, I would suggest speaking with them.
I will consider it.
They are in the central hall of the castle. It is their season now. So,
And we can go see them now?
Summer King has control over the court at this stage. Although the Summer King is not available, so his regent has taken his place and doing the best they can to manage in this crazy chaotic situation that we find ourselves in these present times. I suggest not asking too much of them, but they will do their best to assist you. Yes, you may go, please, to the throne. You will find what you were looking for there. I am sure of it.
William will.
Yes, let's go. Go.
Yes, William will get up and kind of stalk out.
Okay, so cutting back to Lisa.
Yes.
What are you going to do now that you're in the same building as Princess? She set a table for you. She set a chair.
Okay, well, I sit and I really try to stay polite and not piss her off for now.
What do you say as you sit?
Um,
Do you say nothing? I mean,
hello. You must be the one they call Princess.
oh yes, that is what I am called. It's good to have guests. I had guests previously, but they were honestly rather boring. I don't know you. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
She sort of runs her hands along the table. Lisa, was it? Lisa?
Yes.
Hmm. Good name. Yes, very good. Very, very, very good. What did you want, Miss Lisa? You weren't on the guest list, so I'd presume you came here with a purpose, an intent. I wonder what it is.
Perhaps to kill me? Stabs the knife in the...
Do I feel creeped out by what she said? She says.
It's up to you.
Okay, I will. Let me reformulate. Does she seem creepy?
You can roll empathy if you'd like.
No,
With
thanks.
empathy.
I will. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think grabbing the dagger and stabbing her right now is the best approach. So, well, I am here out of
What you want to say is, are you hiding something? Like instant, you hesitate. Like when you're, she's like, oh, you're hesitating. Well, that might mean that you're guilty or that you're just confused. Which is it?
confused. I admit.
She takes a sip of her tea. Just, oh. I see.
I'm here out of curiosity. I heard you were.
Curious about me or curious about this party? There's not a lot going on. I hope that satisfies your curiosity.
About you, actually.
Oh.
I have heard a lot about you, and I heard you were in London, so I wanted to meet you.
I have an admirer. She kind of gives you a long smile, and her teeth are sort of jagged. You can see a bit through her mask because of the auspex, so you see that her teeth are somewhat jagged and sharp. I have this old picture that I used to use of her grin, so I think I can pull that up.
I am a fucking vampire. I should not be kryptonite pointed.
No, of course not. But
but it's like literally zigzag teeth, if I recall.
Yes, I did actually manage to find this picture. Thank goodness. I'm so happy I found this one. Oop, there we go. I put it in the Discord. But that's what her teeth look like. So yeah, she gives you a long smile. She's like, I didn't know I had an admirer. This is exciting. But I've never heard of you before. You realize that that's called stalking, right?
Stalking?
If you follow someone without their knowledge. Have you been following me?
I haven't. I never even saw you at time I entered here. As I said, I know you mostly from reputation.
I haven't made myself known here, so I find that very unlikely.
And
Who told you about me?
I am just curious. What brings you in our town?
You didn't answer my question. That's very rude.
Out of game. I didn't hear the question.
Oh, okay, sorry. So she asked you, who told you about her? Like you saying, oh, you have a reputation. She's like, well, I haven't really made myself known. So who told you about me?
Okay, if I tell her it's the bartender, I might end up with problem. I have my own contacts around the city.
I see. So you're well connected. So what are you dressed like? Because that's what she's looking at now. You would have had time to choose your clothes and such. So if you wanted to dress down or dress up or whatever, it's up to you.
Okay. Well, I put the Victorian robe back on then.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you're wearing like very affluent sort of clothes.
Yes.
Well connected, well dressed. I'd assume that you're of a higher class. Why else would you be here, right? That makes sense.
And why are you here? What brings you to our town? I'm just curious.
I'm looking for someone.
Someone specific?
Depends if I find that specific person who I believe to be here, or anybody else who strikes my fancy. Like you, for example.
Oh god, she is creepy.
like to play a game?
Sorry, there was a cut. What did you say?
She was saying, this is a party after all. Would you like to play a game?
Depend. What game do you have in mind?
The song music starts playing.
Just a little parlor game. That's all. Perhaps just a bit of tag, little exercise. But to make it more interesting, we'll be blindfolded. Doesn't that sound fun?
And what would the stake of the game be?
I just want to get to know you, that's all.
Actually, you know what? Why not?
Good. Let's play. She kind of, she takes the tablecloth, wraps it around your head. And she says, "Now try to catch me. I won't make it too hard." And you can hear her voice kind of moving further and further away from you.
In comes Auspex.
She seems like, she's expecting you to do that, but either way, you may.
I will try to perceive her with my kindred sense first.
Sure. So that's you can add your blood potency to a perception roll. You can go ahead.
So wit plus composure plus blood potency.
That's correct. Unless for some reason you have something else that's higher in like survival or athletics or something.
Okay. Oh crap, I just saw the pic you put to show her smile.
Yes.
So basically she has shark teeth.
Yes, she does.
Okay, so let me find how much I must roll. So weights I have 3, composure 3, and blood potency 1, so that would be 7 dice.
Not bad. She's going to contest, obviously, but we'll see how she does.
1 success.
Yeah, she's not going to have an issue with that. Well, let's say her athletics isn't too high. That's a good thing. But you are dealing with something that's definitely beyond human. This should be enough. Oh, wow. That's entertaining. All right. Well, good for you. Okay. So you see her move towards you see her move sort of behind, moving behind you, behind the chair that you're sitting. You can kind of sniff her out. And she's not walking very fast, but she seems more to be prepared to dodge as you come up to her, if anything.
Okay, well, I will try walking toward her.
Okay. She doesn't seem to be moving very much in the moment that you stand up.
Okay, so I walk toward her and tries to touch her.
Okay. We'll make another roll. So you have to make, this is, let's say, Dex Athletics.
Dex and Athletics. Okay, so I think I have a decent roll on that, actually.
Yeah.
4 dice.
And then you are going to add your. I want you to add your blood potency to this as well.
Really?
Yes, please.
Okay, then 5 dice.
For specific reasons.
I will trust you on that one. Why is he laughing?
Because you're trusting the GM with that.
Okay, good point.
You have to trust me a little bit. We have a,
3 successes.
Okay, cool. Then I add 5 there. So then. Oh, okay. I'll have to roll this on the thing because I don't have enough. So that's gonna be. Okay. Let me just take this and then I'll add mine. Oh, only 7. That's not too bad. She basically, like, as you move to touch her, she just like backflips, and you kind of sense that she's like sticking to the wall somewhere, and then just like hops off and like grabs the blindfold off the back of your head, unfurls it, sort of sticks it on herself. All right, your turn.
So I have to escape here.
That's correct.
Before we start, may I ask a question?
You can see her like stretching out her legs, like she's stretching, like yes. What is it? She's like touching her toes.
Are we allowed to use our tricks, if you see what I mean?
Oh, trick. A trick? Like a trap?
More like abilities.
Oh, you think that'll help? That's cute. That's cute. All right. Sure, why not?
All right. So now I have to catch her, correct? No, I have to escape from her.
Yeah, that's correct. You have to decide. I'll give you a head start. She holds up her hand. Okay, 5, 4.
Okay, I use celerity to get as far away as I can from her.
Okay, cool. Do you want to leave the building or do you want to stay inside? That's the most important thing.
No, I will stay inside. I try to stay fair.
Okay.
I know it's completely stupid, but
Is celerity is it free the first use or do you have to pay for because it's basically just active? Is it?
I have to pay 1 vitae to move at twice my speed.
Okay, so what I'm gonna say here is it's gonna be Dex, Stealth, and then you add celerity. I'll let you add your celerity. Celerity stat that you have.
Yeah, well, so Dex, Stealth. So 5 dice again.
Yeah, because you're hiding. So I'm hoping that makes sense. Like you're hiding here.
Oh wait, I was using the wrong thing. Dex, Stealth. So never mind. It's 6 dice.
Okay, that's not horrible. And then you add celerity. Yeah.
I will still spend the willpower for good measure.
That's not a bad idea here.
So that would be 9 dice.
Okay. That's not bad at all.
2 successes.
Okay, my turn. Give me a moment here. It's going to be
like the moment when you're not sure if that was the GM or Princess speaking.
I kind of have to do both. It's a little hard for me to break character. It's normal. Okay. She's probably going to go easy on you here. No cheating. I'll just roll. 5, 7. So you have an advantage here, actually. Good. I'm happy you have a chance on this. It'd be totally unfair if she just was better than you in every way, right? Right? This is the most casually intense game of hide and seek I've ever seen. Okay. Only no successes. Come out wherever you are.
I was gonna say, does she want to get a beat and make that a critical fail?
I'm not that dumb, okay? She kind of wanders around the cafe, just kind of looking around the bar. And I think like what I imagine actually you doing is when she comes close to where you are, you just zip somewhere else. Oh, you're not over here? Oh, where'd you go? This is quite fun. I haven't actually been challenged by anything in a long time. Ever since that damn bear. She kind of tips over, like as she says that, she like you can hear this clattering noise. It's like she tips over a chair and it falls over. Oops. She picks it up. Got a bit carried away there. She climbs over the like the table, kind of scouting out the place, even though she can't see. You're not going to come out. This is going to be more difficult than I thought. Well, if tricks are on the table, then I might as well start thinking. She takes a breath, and you have a moment to kind of consider your next move as she kind of prepares her action.
Okay, so what is she doing exactly now?
She's basically just looking around for you, but she's not really doing anything like particular that you'd notice as being weird.
I decide to stand on a table with a blindfold on.
Yeah, she's like standing on the table with the blindfold, right?
Let me see.
There's nothing weird about that, right?
No.
Problem is, I only have 5 vitae left, so I have to be careful about how much I spend.
So you still have celerity active, so you can still keep moving around, but she's just kind of keeping an eye out for you, even though she's not looking.
Okay.
I'm just looking at what contracts she has access to see what she might use to cheat.
Oh crap! If she is a true fire, she has like she must have like 30 contracts.
Yes.
Possibly more.
I'm trying to see what she could use to help, but for right now, she's mostly just watching and waiting. She's more like waiting for you to make a mistake, if anything.
Let me see.
Ooh, okay, that might work. Yeah, okay, that could work. She actually, so she's like whispering to herself, and you feel this like deep sense of unease as she does this, like just sort of starting to make whispers and make motions with her hands, as if she's like hexing you in some way.
She is using overpowering dread or so paralyzing presence, probably.
You're not sure. You don't know what she's doing, but you, as an occultist, you would recognize that she's probably casting some kind of hex toward you in some manner.
Okay. Let me see.
What's your resolve?
You didn't ask me to make a roll.
No, I know. I'm just asking because it's resisted.
My resolve. Sorry, I had resolved.
Oh no, I said resolve. Yeah. What's the resolve?
I have 2 resolve.
Okay, thanks. That should help you. Good. You can spend willpower too if you want on this. It'll add to the because you know that she's doing something. It'll be.
I can add what you said?
I was saying you can add willpower to this if you want to make it more difficult for her.
I will, yes.
Okay, so that'll make it even harder for her to do this. Good. Good for you.
I'm like, this is the most important game of hide and go seek ever.
Yeah, so that'll be minus. Okay, yeah, I'll go easy on you here. Yeah, so I'll make it very easy.
Like, that's reassuring.
She is just toying with me, isn't she?
Yeah, she's kind of toying with you. She's like singing, "Oh, come out, wherever you are." Ooh, and she notices that you're putting up a fight, and you're kind of darting around. She can't see you, but she can sense, you moving around. She can't see where you are, and she was trying to get you to like trip up or curse you so that you would like fall over, but it didn't seem to work. So she's just kind of like trying to follow you with her head. Like you can see her moving around quickly. This is actually getting difficult. I like it. She's like thinking it. I know. I can. Yes. She like basically starts thinking to herself, and you can see the kind of the wheels turning in her head as she's kind of you're darting around and she's kind of trying to come up with a plan. I haven't played tag in a long time, but maybe if I tried. She like starts throwing like the chair like around what she sees, like a little blur of motion, just like.
I'm like, she swings her arm back and forth.
So you can make what's your defense is what?
Let me see. Including celerity?
Yeah, including celerity, yeah.
Okay, well, it's 5.
Okay, so 10 dice, please.
I roll 10 dice?
Yeah, to dodge.
Right.
She's like throwing a few chairs at you, yeah.
Dodge, very well. 4 successes.
Okay, let me get her pool real quick. 6 plus. Okay, so 11. Okay. That's not bad. 6. One more. That should be good. I like rolling dice. How many successes did you get?
4.
4. Oh, that's good. 3. Okay, you only take 2 bashing.
Okay, so she did manage to touch me somewhat.
Yeah. You only take 2 bashing, though. I mean, normally that would have probably knocked someone out cold, but you managed to dodge most of it. So you take 2 bashing as she nails you at the side of the chair.
Ew.
But you probably don't necessarily fall over from that, but you just get hurt.
Okay.
But like the main thing I think she's trying to do is get you to make a noise. So I don't know if you just remain silent or if you like yell or anything.
I will still stay silent for now.
Yeah, I think she's just going, Marco! And she like leaps off of the table, starts like twirling around.
Hello. Bam!
Yeah, she like takes a bottle from the table and from where they serve the drinks and just starts throwing a teacup in your direction like a freaking throwing star. And there's a clatter and a crash, and you're dodging most of these things. Oh, this is quite impressive. You're very fast, faster than a person, that's for sure. Quite interesting. Are you perhaps one of these kindred? She kind of kicks over one of the bodies that are just like lying on the floor. They're not kindred, but they're just these people. She kicks at one of the bodies that's unconscious as she's walking with her heels, just boom, like randomly just kicks one of them.
Oh.
You don't have to answer, but she asks the question.
Actually, I might have an idea.
Okay.
Do I see paper or anything close by?
You could probably grab a paper, and if not, you might even have paper on you. They have like little ledgers and little note, pads, things like that. So yeah, there'd be paper.
And do I have something like a pen? Oh wait, no, this is Victorian.
You could grab one because I know that they would have them lying around, take orders and such. Like in the
Do pen exist at this time?
they have
quills do.
Yeah, they have quill. They have things that they take orders with, so you'd be able to grab them, especially if you're moving really fast. You could just grab a paper, a quill, that kind of thing from the waiters.
Then I grab a pen and paper and I write an answer on it.
Okay.
It's really stupid because she cannot read anyway, but then again, she's a true face, so who knows?
So you write yes or no or maybe or?
I write, and what if I am?
Oh well, if you are, then this doubles my interest in you. She like holds the note in her hand, looks down at because like I'm guessing one of the waiters is one of the unconscious people. So she goes over, she kind of stabs her heel into that one, and you see just blood gushing out of his shoulder. She kind of winces slightly.
I hope you're not hungry.
Yeah, she actually says that. She says, "I hope you're not hungry."
Oh crap! She's trying to trigger frenzy.
Yes, she is. So you have to roll.
Oh, clever girl.
You're not sure how she would know all this either, but she seems to be well informed.
So let me see. I do not have a condition that reduced my roll. So that would be resolve plus composure. Do I get a penalty from the wound or something?
Yeah, I think it's like -1 or -2. I don't remember which. I think it's -2. So we'll go with -2. She seems to actually be in a lot of pain after doing that. Like there's this wincing on her face, and you can see that her leg is like shaking as she kind of steps into this blood.
Okay, so I guess -1 you said?
Yeah, let's go with -1.
So that would be 4 dice.
Yeah, 4 dice seems fair to me.
So 4d10. Four successes.
Oh, very good. So yeah, you're beyond the point where it's an issue for you.
But I still get a condition, don't I?
Mm-hmm. Maybe competitive.
Actually, you are right. If there is any situation where this fits, it's this one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay, so let me see.
Yeah, she seems to be physically in a lot of pain, and you recognize that as she steps in the she steps away from the body after she kind of makes the blood and steps away from it.
I write another thing on the paper.
God, that was difficult.
I write, "Are you all right?"
Oh, don't worry about me. I'll be okay. She kind of, you can see that she actually, so one thing that you notice now as you're kind of watching her, so underneath the dress, she has bandages like all over her legs, and they're kind of soaked in blood. So what she does is she tightens the bandages around her legs, kind of like trying to clean it.
Actually, after checking, I actually get the tempted condition. My bad.
Oh, okay. So it's automatically tempted. Oh, yeah, because you've succeeded, right? So it's tempted now, right? That makes sense. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. That makes sense. No, you're right. I forgot that. That's fair. That's my bad. So yeah, you're tempted. So that yeah, they have these full corpses here. So it's tempting to you, but of course now is not the best time, and you recognize that. I'm gonna cut back over to the others.
Very well. Do so.
So you guys enter the court of the Summer Regent. There's like a long throne room and a chair, where the king would sit. A large sort of oval-esque ceiling. Very traditional sort of castle set up with a carpet kind of leading up. Maybe some torches, which you haven't seen in a while because again the vampires are averse to flame.
Yeah.
You might actually because you have that bonding with Lisa. You might actually you're not affected by it deeply. You don't have rot strike. You're not gonna run away, but you're kind of maybe easing away from it a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And so in this throne, you see a large man with very sort of leathery skin, small nub horns on the front of his head, and he's wearing regal garb, a troll of some kind, but very refined, very large, like Erebach size.
Yeah.
So he's wearing very large regal robes, maybe a cape.
I'm just imagine one of those Warhammer trolls, very fancy,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You must be the regent.
Yes, Stonehammer. Good to meet you, friends. Are you friends? I hope you're friends. We can't tolerate any more enemies. He can give you a look like as if to, can I trust you? He says that. I think he says, can I trust you?
You can trust myself.
Erebach, but me? Yeah, sure, why not? And this man, what of him?
He can speak for himself.
Speak up, please. I can't hear you.
For the time being.
For the time being, I can trust you? Well, all right then. Who am I making the acquaintance of? Please,
I am Wolf.
Wolf.
Erebach.
Erebach. Well, I am Brutus Stonehammer. Stonehammer is fine. I am the king regent of this castle, and I hold sway over the freehold.
Yes, we were just sent by the Piper.
Oh, he has called you with his song, has he?
In a way.
I would not pay too much mind to him. He is a good wizard of the court, but I take his words with a grain of salt. But if he has brought you here, then you must mean goodwill.
Yes. I do not wish to harm you, and...
No. Feel free to stay. We are extending our amnesty to you. Our home is your home. Those who have escaped from the lands of the Fae deserve the best treatment possible upon their return.
It is nice to know that there is more of us and places to learn how to defend ourselves from those who might hunt us.
Yes, that's exactly why we have called you here. Well, I wasn't necessarily prepared for guests. I asked Rodney to look into the matter. I'm sorry, Piper to look into the matter. And
I now know his name.
Remembering like too many names.
Mhm.
No, I think that was one of the names that I wanted to give him, and then I changed it. So now I have like 3 names in my head. No, Piper said that he was going to send for people. I said that he was investigating some sort of portal. I was busy dealing with other matters, trying to negotiate.
And who are you negotiating with?
Well, it is difficult for us to gain entry into the city, and anytime we send one of our agents within, they are repelled. But negotiations are broken down. We are forced to retreat, and thus I asked that you be brought here, where I know you'll be safe. Under the clutches of that monster, Mithras, I can't guarantee anything. But here, with us, I can guarantee you the world. At least as much of the world as I can offer in this fortress of sorts.
I do wish to stay and learn more of.
He like opens his arms. He's like, "Good, good." He doesn't have any weapons on him. He just like gives you a big hug. He's like, "Good." He like lifts you up.
I just imagine it's like those cartoon things, like too tight.
He lets go of you. I actually imagine if you know Undertale, I imagine him a lot like Asgore.
Yes, okay, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
He kind of sits back down. I mean, he doesn't have the big thing, but he has like the same kind of demeanor.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of sits back down. He's like, "Oomph," and there's a big like thud as he sits because he's huge.
Mm-hmm.
And you, my friend, Eravak?
I have not yet decided.
You should decide soon. It is a danger to you to remain out of our walls. The world outside is dangerous to us. They will send huntsmen after you. They will send creatures after you. They will send whatever manner of resources they have to find you, your keeper. And
Yes.
we and our seasonal contracts are designed to protect you.
Let them come. I will destroy all.
You have a strong attitude. Fitting of our court. Good, I think you will fit right in. Smiles slightly. Courage is welcome in summer. And a battle-hardy heart at that.
I see.
Could you tell us more about these courts? This is the first I have heard of things like this.
We have organized under this castle as a sort of base of operations for those who are lost. And the seasons provide us with protection against those who would do you harm. Every season, the seasons decide, we decide on a new ruler. As it is the season of summer, I am currently filling in for the Summer King. And the season of summer provides us with advantages in warfare. So if there is a battle, we will be sure to be on the offensive, or have a strong defensive if such things were to occur. It is good, he stamps his foot.
And the other seasons?
They have their own ways. Piper has made it his mission to reorganize the Autumn Court. He teaches us the ways of magic and the mystic, but it is not something that I heavily invest myself in. The Winter Court, they practice their methods of deceit and espionage, and they prefer to hide from those who would approach us, which is a strong strategy for cowards, but not those who would face the world head on. And of course, spring is happy to frolic in the growths and beauties of all things of this world, but they are short-sighted. They don't see that things require action and not merely a positive attitude. That is why I have stepped forward to act. Unfortunately, these vampires, these creatures of the night, have created a blockade that prevents us from progressing further in our trials. This woman, this threat to all of us, is walking free, and there is nothing we can do.
You, of course, mean Princess.
Who else would I mean? Your enchantress is frolicking in the forests, minding herself, waiting, watching us.
Yes, she does. If you need help getting into the city, I have... The vampires think me one of them. I might be able to help some of you enter.
If we're going to be honest, I have not been entirely forthright with you. I would suggest that you only refer to me as a regent, for my name is to be held sacred. And the name I gave you is not my true one. I apologize. I was afraid you might be spies.
It's all right. We've been told of the dangers of names.
Yes. Now, normally you'd have to roll clarity here, but it's more that he's warned you beforehand, so it's not something that you would be shocked by necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, if someone lies to you, you have to roll clarity, but I won't force you in this case unless you want to get a beat or something.
Oh, sure. I'll roll to try to get a beat.
Try to get
I dropped my mouse.
Okay, so both of you will have to roll then,
All right.
unless everybody do. It's up to him.
I need to get out of nap mode from in my chair. How much is am I rolling for?
I'll tell you in a sec. I have to grab it. It's going to be, I think one die, just one die.
Okay, and I don't want to succeed.
Yeah, it's correct. It's not severe, but
yeah. Well,
that is a critical failure.
Do I get 2 beats from that?
You get willpower back.
Okay. That's almost as good.
So you take it in stride. You're like, oh, well, of course you had to lie. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
But now you trust us. Like, he's reinforcing yes, I admit that I lied to you. I'm very sorry. I had to. And you're like, oh, no, it makes sense. It's fine.
Yeah.
You accept it.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else you wish to speak to him about? Or would you like to do anything else in the castle? Otherwise, I'm going to cut back.
When will we begin learning these new contracts?
Immediately. I would love to swear you in as knights of the court, please.
Need I do anything?
Simply swear your loyalty to our castle, and all will be well for you.
I swear loyalty to the castle of the Summer Court.
Okay. So you technically it's sort of weird because you can list it as a separate oath, or you can add it to your Motley oath because they're sort of intertwined. It's up to you if you want to list it as you're loyal to the Motley and the Freehold, because usually they combine them. But if you want them to be separate, you can write them as separate oaths. It's up to you.
I will. Let me see. Do I even have my Motley oath here?
Yeah. Did you not write it because it's supposed to be there?
I do not see it.
Okay. Well, you want to write on your sheet, then you might as well make them separate. So you have your Motley oath, and then you have an oath to the Freehold.
All right.
And I already know that Eravok isn't going to swear the oath, but I'm kind of curious as to how that plays out. I had to. I did, yeah.
Oh, you did?
They were making too much noise.
I'm sorry. It looks like there's only 2 people.
All the children came, and the dogs were making noise.
Okay, that makes sense.
I had to quiet them.
I'm surprised that they went in there for you.
Well, I'm happy that I didn't have to knock them out. Meatball. This is good. I have a dinner to look forward to.
Yay.
So yeah, for Eravok, I'm curious as to how that would play out.
Before I take a shower,
Do you just like dramatically turn and leave when he asks you to swear the oath, or do you just fly away? Like, how does it work?
I flip them off and say, "Screw you guys, I'm going home."
Well, yeah, Eravok, he pretty much turns and leaves.
okay.
He's not going to bother saying anything. He's not going to waste his breath on this sledgehammer, trollhammer, regent dude, whatever he wants to call himself. Yeah, he's there speaking to him of honor and being direct and strong and courageous and all this, whilst lying to their face.
If you want, you can roll wits empathy to kind of get an idea of his disposition.
Okay, I'll try and roll a wits empathy.
Do you not have empathy?
I do not have empathy whatsoever.
So what's
I
your
do have wits.
What's your wits?
2.
So you get 1 die. You can still succeed.
Yeah. I get 1 die.
Okay, you're not sure. Well, what I mean to say is you're not sure whether he's trustworthy or not. It's hard to tell. I mean, he's kind of giving off and he's wearing very royal clothes. He's in a position of power, so you'd assume that, he's very powerful. And these other people seem to trust him. Like, he has a whole court full of people, and he says he has power over them. So he's trustworthy in that sense, but he also did lie to you. So it's hard for you to tell who to trust here.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, he's not sold on the whole idea.
Okay. Yeah, the question was more like, how do you make your leave? Do you just walk out?
He turns, he pretty much walks out.
I think the greeter girl at the door is the last woman that you see, like, wait, where are you going? Stop. Like she doesn't like grab you or anything, but she's like holding out her hand like she wants to try to speak to you, and there are like little flowers falling from her head. Like she's going to pick them up, like, oh no.
Oh, holding out her hand. Aravok is going to grab for her hand.
Okay, your superior strength easily overpowers her tiny form, and you lift her away.
Lift her up over the shoulder and just sort of
what are you doing?
Continues on the way.
This is sexist. Oh, who cares? Okay, so
it's not sexist.
Do you like? I don't know if you can't fly, right? But you just like walk off with her.
I just sort of stomp out. Yeah, pretty much.
Great. Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of.
Her name is Daisy, by the way. Just gonna rub it in. Oh yeah, she's not a princess, but her name is Daisy.
You know, I was making a joke that Aravok's basically being Bowser here, like.
Well, I can't. There we go.
Yeah.
You steal Daisy away, and you make your way out of the court. And so I want to give one more moment to Lisa, and then we'll wrap up.
Okay.
So, and I also don't want to end the scene completely with Lisa because I want to leave it open for Alistair to show up as well. So it's not going to. We're still going to continue the scene next session. But where we were last time, she says, "I'll be all right." You know, she's like tightening the bandages on her leg. And she just sort of runs her hand across the table. She's like, all right, well, I've admitted defeat. I can't catch you. As embarrassing as it is, you can come out now.
Out of character, I still don't trust her.
Well, she did say, you know, I admit defeat, so that would imply, and she actually takes off so she does admit, you know,
okay.
she waves it like a flag. She's like, all right, you win.
Well, if she took off the thing, that means you can see the. Yeah.
Right. Well, you're still moving fast enough where she'd have trouble seeing her.
Oh, okay.
So when Princess takes off the headband, she just sort of smiles and she takes a seat back down at the table, sips her tea again. That was informative, quite informative. Thank you.
Is Lisa AFK?
Yeah, I don't know if they left or not.
Lisa.
There you go. Oh wait, I don't have a lot going on.
Oliver.
Sorry, I just realized I had forgotten to unmute my mic.
Oh, it's fine. Yeah, so she takes off her thing, she sits back down, she sips her tea.
Wait, so as I was saying, I do come out when she says that.
Oh yeah, I didn't hear because you were muted. Okay, got it.
Sorry, that's embarrassing.
So she takes a seat and she invites you to sit back down.
Okay, I give a glance at the man she made bleed and
yeah. Oh, you can if you want. I don't mind. She because if she knows what you're thinking.
Wouldn't that be impolite?
I'm the one who decides, and it's okay with me. She shrugs. It's okay with me.
Thank you.
This isn't the first time I've had to help someone fade.
Okay, well, I kneel down and I drink a bit of his blood. I try to not kill him if he's still alive. I don't know at that point.
He's still alive. So that would be 2, I think.
2 vitae?
Yeah. I mean, they're already unconscious, so you could probably take a lot more.
So I'm just kind of imagining that scene in Interview with the Vampire where Claudia like feeds Lestat, like basically.
You needed 5, right? You said.
I was at 5. I said.
Yeah. You could probably take 5, but then you'd have to make. I'd say you'd have to make a willpower roll just to avoid killing them because it'd be difficult to stop at that point. But you could leave them like on the edge of living because they're already unconscious, so you could take a lot more from them.
I'm like, can't you just go from person to person, like?
Or well, actually, that's true. You could take from the 3 people.
I will do that.
That'd be easier. So then you could get maybe like you'd be able to get 6 that way. So you'd be able to fill up that way without having to roll anything.
Okay, so I get back to 10 vitae.
Yeah.
Okay.
She watches you feed off of him, and yeah, there's no drugs or any particular effect. You're not sure what knocked them out, but by tasting them, you realize they weren't drugged, which is weird. You're not sure how they would be knocked out otherwise, or if they were unconscious.
Okay. Then once I am done feeding, I get up and I sit back in front of her.
That was fun.
I have
spent most of that time watching me, I noticed. As much as I was watching you.
You noticed?
You asked me so many questions. It's like you're dying to know. Or should I say, you'd kill to find out.
You have been watching me too?
I can learn a lot from the way someone plays a game.
Oh, fuck. She was using a contract. Why didn't I figure that out sooner? I had completely forgotten you could use a contract to get to learn about someone through a game.
I will also point something else out. You, as she's speaking and as you realize this, rather than being shocked or surprised, you feel this strange compulsion as if you're actually kind of brought under her. Not like you're not like it's not you're not mesmerized, but the fact that she's done this and that she has basically learned so much about you from this encounter, it brings this strange sort of obsession over you, and it specifically says that you get to choose the form that this takes, but you gain the obsessed condition.
I gain the obsessed condition?
Yeah. And you get to choose what form that takes for you personally, but you gain the condition after the effects have taken place. So she's speaking about you as if she knows you, personally. She's like, "Oh yes, you seem very curious. You like to learn about things. It's very it's an admirable quality, of course." She's like complimenting you, so that might be part of where it's coming from. She's treating you very nicely. She's complimenting you. She says, "That was impressive. You won. You beat me. I can't believe it." And like, what might be unclear, at first, is that she's won in the end, but she let you win.
Yeah.
You kind of.
I out of character. I was like, she's already lost as soon as she started playing the game.
Mm-hmm. Very no game, no life. Like you've already lost, and you're obsessed with her specifically.
Okay, so I am obsessed with her, but I have to decide what I am obsessed with about her.
Yeah, it was Johnny all over again.
She, I noticed that you had a weapon.
Oh, crap.
Did you think I couldn't see it? I can feel it. It's like a tingling up my spine. You were looking for me so that you could. She does the.
And yet I didn't.
Yes, there's a reason you want me alive. I can see it in your eyes.
I can see it in your smile.
It's a powerful color. Passion. Yes, a drive. Ooh, strong. She kind of eases the chair backward. Oh, so strong. You want to know more. You need to know. Isn't that it?
I am not used to being read like this, like an open book.
She like puts her hand on your shoulder. I can teach you many things. I even have a library full of tales and stories and secrets. If you come with me, I can show you them all. That's an offer. You can take it or you can leave it. I won't force you. I could, but I won't. I have other things I need to be doing. But if you want to see me, through that doorway, through the alley, there's a lake. A little spot, kind of like this, a garden. I'll be there. Even if I'm not there, I'll be there. I'll know. And you can read as many books as you like. She gives you like a little, she like, almost like on a napkin, she like kind of folds it, makes like a little thing, takes a quill, she like lights like a library card. She like hands it to you. Yes, here. And it's written, and so here's the interesting thing about the note, is that when she writes it, it's a black quill, but it comes out red.
Oh.
Hands it to you.
I know she's just trying to get me in Arcadia so she can basically do the same thing with me that she did with Alistair.
Yeah, why not though? It's fun, right? You get free library, full access, 24 hours.
But in character, it doesn't make sense for Lisa to not at least consider this.
Yeah. Take your time. I have all the time in the world. All of it. Well, I mean, unless something happens again, but I don't think.
I'm like, are we getting anything from our motley radar?
It was nice seeing you, Lisa. A nice name.
Yeah.
Yes.
Night Princess.
I have other people who are coming to see me, I believe. You can wait outside.
Thank you.
She kind of shoos you off.
Okay, well, I leave for now.
Okay.
And I take the card.
Yeah. She just kind of sits there and she sips her tea. Stretches her arms. Oh, that was fun. And where is she? She kind of tilts her head. And I'm wondering, maybe next week we'll get Alistair here, but we'll see. For now, though, let me give out beats. That was fun. Let me give out beats. So first of all, you found Princess.
Oh God, did I find her?
Yeah. Now, I'm not sure if this one is long-term or not, like the bottom one here, Explore Hedge, or if the top one is long-term. But I would say that you could take a beat for this as well because you found an inn. Like you learned about her. So I would still give you a beat for that. So I'll give you 3.
Okay.
But you don't need to get rid of this. You get rid of this one. But
Okay.
yeah.
Should I modify it myself, or do you want? Okay.
No, I can do that. Yeah, and so you just add 3 beats. Make sure you do first.
Okay. I get 3 bits.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Wait, 1 for finding her.
Right. 1 for finding her, 1 for being in the session, and then 1 for getting closer to the hedge, basically.
Okay.
She's giving you basically a free card, so you can just walk in.
Okay. So 3 bits, so I get a full experience.
Yeah. Okay. For William, assuming there was nothing else that came up, I think that was just your aspirations. So you didn't find Princess. You got the castle done. So I can mark this off.
Okay.
So you get a beat for this. The Motley. The main reason why that's still there is because of Charlotte. So we'll leave that there. But you do get 2 beats.
All right.
So make sure you mark those. Aravok. Aravok. I'm also checking to see if I missed anything. So for Aravok, let's see what, because you just got to edit yours today, but I'll see what you did. I actually really like Aravok made a lot of progress this time. So like technically, if you had fought the king, that would have been kind of interesting, but no. So you get 2 beats as well.
Yeah, I did consider, challenging him, but didn't really want to force it all that much.
So just make sure you add 2 beats, please.
Yep. So
Okay.
1 for participation?
Yeah, 1 for participation, 1 for kidnapping Daisy.
Okay, so that brings me back around to 0.
Yeah, so you have 4 now. Okay, great.
So I'm just like, what are you gonna do with her now that you kidnapped her?
We'll find out. Maybe she'll be part of his new freehold with,
blackjack and hookers.
She'll be the hooker.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
It's a dragon thing. It's spontaneous. It's this irresistible urge to battle and abduct, maidens and
Yeah, I was really excited when you wrote that because I'm like, oh, I could do so much with this. It'll be fun. Okay, so I'm gonna stop the broadcast and then we can talk. If we want.